Episode 14. Hi, I'm Claire from Juice Digital, where we make marketing work for you, not just the algorithm. This is 5-minute social media lessons, and today we're talking about the difference between having followers and building a community. Because a lot of people build a strategy entirely around growing their follower count, and then wonder why when they actively have something to sell or are trying to drive people to take action, nothing moves. The number went up, but the results didn't follow. And that disconnection is almost always explained by this. Part 1, what followers are versus what a community is. A follower is someone who clicked a button. A community is someone who actually gives a damn what you're doing. Followers are a metric. Community is a relationship, and relationships drive actual business outcomes. Referrals, repeat customers, word of mouth, genuine engagement, people who actually buy from you because they trust you, not because they stumbled across a discounted ad. This isn't just philosophical either. Accounts with smaller, more engaged communities consistently outperform larger accounts with passive audiences in terms of sales and real-world business results. The number of followers is vanity. The quality of connection is substance. Part 2, what building a community actually looks like. It starts with how you show up in comments and DMs, honestly. If someone takes the time to leave a thoughtful comment and you respond with a single emoji, you've communicated that you're not really there. But if you respond with something genuine or even just a sentence that shows that you actually read what they wrote, you've started a relationship. For example, a local bookshop that consistently replies to comments, personally recommending books based on whatever the commenter is mentioning, is actively building a community. The followers start to feel like regulars, and when they do things like fundraisers or big book fairs, those are the people that are going to show up. Not because the algorithm pushed it, but because they're now invested. Responding to DM, asking genuine questions in your stories and captions, running polls and creating content that invites discussion rather than just broadcasting information. All of this builds a connection that over time strengthens and turns passive followers into active communities. Part 3, creating content that builds community. Community building content has some very specific qualities. It's personal without oversharing, showing the human side of the business, your reasoning, perspective, occasional mistakes, builds trust faster than polished content ever will. People connect with people, not just the logo. Make your audience feel like you're in a conversation with them. It acknowledges your specific audience, calling them out by saying, if you're a small business owner trying to figure this all out without a marketing team, that makes people feel seen and like they've really found their place. And that feeling of belonging is really powerful. And it's consistent over time. Community doesn't build in a week. It builds through repeated, reliable, genuine interaction. Every time you show up and engage, you're contributing to it. Part 4, why this matters for growth too. Here's the thing, community building and growth are not in tension. They help each other. They reinforce each other. When someone feels genuinely connected to an account, they share it. They recommend it. They will tag their friend in the comments, and that's organic reach that no ad spend can replicate. The accounts that grow sustainably are the accounts that people genuinely feel good about following, not just useful, not just entertaining, actually good. Like following that account adds something to their day. And that's really what you're building towards. And it doesn't have to start with the next strategy document. It can start with the next comment that you receive. Remember that follower count is a metric, but community is what actually drives business results. Show up genuinely, respond to people, invite participation, and build connection over time. If you've made it this far, you've made it to the end of our first season of 5-minute social media lessons. If you've been watching from episode 1, you now have a solid foundation. The setup, the strategy, the content, the mindset, and the understanding of how the platforms actually work. The next season, we're going deeper. We're going to get into paid strategy, content writing craft, brand voice, and more. So make sure you're subscribed and you don't miss out. This has been 5-minute social media lessons. I'm Claire from Juice Digital. Boom, that one probably terrible.